Jimmy Kimmel's future on ABC has hit a major snag, and it all comes down to one question. Will his Brooklyn show still happen, or is it doomed to remain on pause? This controversy is about much more than just a late-night comedy program. It exposes the fraught intersection of entertainment, politics, and corporate pressure in today's media landscape. But here's where it gets controversial. The sudden suspension of Kimmel's show after a joke, which many see as relatively mild, raises serious questions about freedom of expression and the power wielded by network owners and government regulators. The drama began when ABC pulled Jimmy Kimmel's late-night program off the air indefinitely, following a wave of backlash from conservative figures, incited by a quip Kimmel made regarding the suspect accused of killing Charlie Kirk. Adding to the uncertainty is the fate of the show's planned special run at the Brooklyn Academy of Music, BAM, set to take place from September 29th to October 3rd. Though preparations were underway, with production trucks packed and heading cross-country from Los Angeles to New York as of September 19th, industry insiders question whether such an expensive relocation, estimated to cost over $5 million, will even proceed. Videos emerged on social media showing Kimmel's crew in Hollywood breaking down their gear, sparking rampant speculation about whether his upcoming guests, including fellow late-night rival Stephen Colbert, will ever see the stage. Attempts to get comments from ABC or Kimmel's representatives have so far been met with silence, adding to the mystery. The trouble stems from a disparaging joke Kimmel made during an episode's monologue about the accused killer of Charlie Kirk. Federal Communications Commission, FCC, Chairman Brendan Carr, a conservative appointee, publicly called for broadcasters to preempt Kimmel's program, warning that networks must take action or face increased FCC oversight. Carr didn't stop at a gentle suggestion. He issued an ultimatum, saying the media companies can do this the easy way or the hard way. In a swift ripple effect, two major media companies that own ABC affiliates nationwide, Nexstar and Sinclair, chose to black out Kimmel's show. This move was particularly significant given Nexstar's pending $6.2 billion merger with Tegna, a deal requiring FCC approval, highlighting the political and regulatory stakes behind these decisions. Soon after, ABC itself pulled the show from its schedule altogether. For Kimmel, the Brooklyn run has always held a special place in his heart. Born and raised in the borough during his early childhood, Kimmel has returned to perform at BAM 7 times since 2012. Fans and insiders alike cite Brooklyn's vibrant and enthusiastic audiences as critical to the show's energy. One source close to the production described ABC's shutdown decision as remarkable, especially considering Kimmel and Disney CEO Bob Iger's close relationship. This series of events raises fascinating questions about behind-the-scenes processes. Although Kimmel is deeply involved in every step of the show's creation, from brainstorming jokes to delivering them, there are multiple checkpoints before anything goes live on air. ABC's broadcast standards team typically reviews material during development to flag and remove potentially inappropriate content. Because the show tapes at 4 p.m. Pacific Time and airs 3 hours later, there is usually ample opportunity to edit or cut segments prior to broadcast. Many late-night shows routinely make such cuts without incident. So why did this particular joke slip through the cracks? One explanation might be that the comment was fairly mild on its own. Kimmel's exact statement was, "We hit some new lows over the weekend, with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, and doing everything they can to score political points from it." Conservative media, specifically Fox News, interpreted this as Kimmel implying the suspect was part of the MAGA gang, which they vehemently rejected and used to amplify outrage. The FCC's Carr took up the cause with unusual vigor, escalating the situation. Complicating matters is the fact that ABC lacks a dedicated executive specifically overseeing late-night programming. Instead, Kimmel's show falls under the supervision of the network's EVP for unscripted and alternative entertainment, responsible for many different shows. Industry insiders see this as a problematic setup that may have contributed to the slower response and lack of tighter editorial control, calling it such a disservice. Sources inside ABC and Disney revealed to Rolling Stone that, in the hours leading up to the show's suspension, frantic meetings took place involving network executives, parent company Disney, and affiliates. Many senior figures reportedly believed Kimmel had not crossed a line, but fears of retaliation from the Trump administration and conservative power brokers dominated the conversation. One insider vividly described the mood as executives pissing themselves all day, overwhelmed by the mounting political pressure. Advertisers were also a concern, as calls from worried sponsors increased. Disney staffers even faced harassment, including doxing and death threats, according to reports by The Hollywood Reporter. When ABC learned that roughly one-third of its affiliates were prepared to refuse to air Kimmel's show, Bob Iger and Disney's TV chief Dana Walden decided to pull the plug. Walden personally informed Kimmel of the decision. Standard procedure would have ABC air a pre-recorded, approved rerun to fill the slot. But instead, an unaired episode of Celebrity Family Feud was substituted without consulting Kimmel's team. This move caught many by surprise and was viewed as a dismissive gesture. Following the suspension, Kimmel met with Disney executives, including Walden, to discuss possible ways to resolve the controversy. Kimmel reportedly wanted to issue a statement clarifying he never believed Charlie Kirk's killer was a MAGA supporter, while simultaneously criticizing Fox News and other conservatives for distorting his remarks. Sources within Disney, however, felt Kimmel's proposal might further inflame the situation among MAGA supporters and complicate matters. Kimmel's camp countered these claims, insisting the host was not escalating tensions, but rather refusing to simply bow to the uproar. The entire episode underscores how fearful major media corporations have become regarding a potential second Trump administration, and the lengths to which the president's allies will push to suppress voices they dislike. Long before Trump's 2024 campaign, his team had planned to use agencies like the FCC to target late-night comedians who have been showing him disdain for years. This isn't the first clash Kimmel has had with Disney and Iger's leadership. Back in 2013, a controversial segment where Kimmel asked first graders how the U.S. should handle debt owed to China caused a stir. One child's suggestion, "Kill everyone in China," led Kimmel to reply deadpan, "Okay, that's an interesting idea." At the time, Disney was actively pursuing expansion in China, including opening Shanghai Disneyland and tweaking film content to please Chinese regulators. The network quickly apologized, and Kimmel addressed it on air, expressing regret for any misunderstanding. Looking ahead, some insiders believe the current controversy could have been avoided if Disney had moved Kimmel's show to